What's up, everyone? This is Big Poner. Today, I'm here to give you some information about a really cool event that's going on right now. This is not what everyone knows about, which is the hats for the Pikachu. This is about hatching Dratini's at an extremely increased rate. This is probably a secret event. Niantic likes to have a lot of secret events, and most players don't know about these. In fact, most of the secret events that I've found, the majority of players that I talked to never even realized that they were going on. This is probably by far one of the best secret events because the first day of this event, I hatched 5 Dratini's. So that's a pretty awesome thing to have happen. I was able to finish maxing out 2 of my Legacy Dragonites, which is pretty sweet. And then I was able to evolve another one, which is pretty sweet that I already have him up this high. Um, Now, I didn't just want to put this out right away because I needed to make sure that this was in fact something that was going on and it wasn't just a streak of really good luck. But this is definitely something that is going on. There is an extremely increased chance to hatch the Dratini's right now. I know this because I play with a lot of players who also hatch a lot of eggs. We play side by side for a lot of our playtime. So I have a good amount of data, and there's not just some coincidence that, you know, all the players that I play with are getting tons of Dratini's, and the only possibilities would have been that because my egg hatches are so high, or just simply because my hatch rate for the Dratini's has been so low in the past that maybe I was getting a higher chance of getting them. Um, but that's not the case. I play with players that are of all levels, um, and they're all having this increased chance for Dratini's. My brother has been picking up several Dratini's in the last few days. A bunch of my friends have been picking up a bunch. So this is a really good chance for you to get the second strongest in-game Pokemon now, as the Tyranitar is now the highest CP Pokemon in the game. Um, which I'm really happy I was able to hatch one of these guys and start walking them, because I still haven't found a single one in the wild yet. Um, but the Dragonite is just an insanely powerful Pokemon. Its new attack sets, pretty much all of them are good because they decreased the attack animation for the Steel Wings, so now it's more of a fast attack. It's got a good damage. It's got close to the same energy generation as the Dragon Tail, which the Dragon Tail has a higher damage per second and a higher energy per second, but it's a lot slower. So either one of those attacks are going to be pretty good, and they hit really hard just because of his massive combat power and his huge attack stat. And then all of his charge moves have good use for them, some of them better than other. The Hurricane is just an insanely quick animation with a ridiculously high DPS, probably the highest DPS of any current in-game Pokemon right now. And then he has the Hyper Beam, which they decreased the animation time of it way down to 3.6 seconds for the total animation, which makes it more useful for attacking gyms because it does hit for a really high amount of damage. And since the Dragonite doesn't get any type of weakness bonus against most type of Pokemon, the Hyper Beam is not a bad attack against most Pokemon. There are some Pokemon that it's going to be bad against, for instance like a rock Pokemon, because it's resistant. It's just going to get its damage chopped way down, so it's not going to be good against attacking those rock Pokemon. But it would be a good attack to use against something like a Blissey. So then the other move is going to be the Outrage. The Outrage is a slower animation. But it has a lot of damage and it's 2 bars. It's going to be probably a decent move for attacking or defending. If it does wind up hitting something, it's going to do a lot of damage. It's just really slow. it'll be something that will probably be useful now. For doing gyms, it's not going to be the best at defending gyms because it's going to be really easy for players to dodge once they get used to fighting against it. It's kind of like the hyper beam. It's one of those things that after you get used to fighting against it, it's never going to hit you. Um, so it's not going to be something that's going to be great for, player versus player, which is supposed to be here soon. But it's a Dragonite and it's going to do a lot of damage. So they've really made it so that the Dragonite really doesn't have any bad attack sets or useless attack sets. Now, pretty much all of the Dragonites that you're going to evolve are going to have some type of a use for you, which is really awesome. And right now, you have a chance to hatch a bunch of Dratini's and possibly get yourself a maxed out Dragonite within a few days, depending on the mount that you play or the mount that you hatch, and then also how much of luck you have on actually picking these eggs up. But what I will say is I have hatched a Dratini every single day since this event has started, and I have had a few days where I've hatched 4 or 5 Dratinis in a day, and that's playing 3 or 4 hours. Um, so definitely get out there if you don't have a Dragonite, or you just want to have a couple more or one more of them, or you want to have some candies for when you level up or when they increase the trainer level that you're allowed to control on your Pokemon. You might want to save up some candies for that. So thanks for listening, and I'll try to get you guys out some more content. I've been working on getting you guys out the new list of trainers and attackers, best attack sets, and then also letting you guys know what are the new legacy Pokemon, because there's a lot of legacy Pokemon that their attacks got changed and they're just insanely powerful and you can no longer get them. That's going to take me a little bit of time to put together, and I've been really busy lately, but I will do my best to get it out to you as soon as possible. My advice to you is to not be deleting any of your old Pokemon that could possibly be good. Things like, your Tangela. The Tangela with Vine Pokemon, and you can't get it anymore. And they actually increased the damage of its attacks by a huge amount. It's now 90 damage 2 bar, and it has a really quick animation. So definitely don't be deleting any of those. But thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon.